what matters the most, all at prices you can afford. While you're juggling work, kids, and keeping an eye on the future, we'll make sure we're one of the first ones there when you need us the most. Call me, Buddy Wilson, your newest country financial representative in Clinton, at 217-935-5620. Let's chat about your insurance needs today.
It's 8 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Wednesday morning. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast streaming to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. The Clinton City Council has failed in its search for an administrator. That's the admission of a council member who says the search efforts, though, are intensifying. On the WHOW Morning Show Tuesday, Commissioner John Weiss, discussing his candidacy for next week's election, told Regional Radio the council has failed in its job to find a replacement for longtime administrator Tim Followell.
We as a council, that's one of the things that we have not done well in this last 4 years. When Tim left, we were in the process. We tried to find people. We went out on our own and really vetted and looked at it, but we failed miserably. I'm going to be very honest with you. I think we had people that just weren't quite what we needed for the fix here in Clinton. We are doing a better job of really looking into it now. We are in that process right now of looking for someone to fill that void. More than anything, we need someone with a zoning background. That is one thing that we're really needing right now. I got to give props to Tim Followell. He's came back as kind of a helper with us. He is on the city's side here now, helping us with the zoning things at short term, but he doesn't want to do this for very long. But we do need to have someone in that office as a figurehead. It's like any other entity. You've got to have someone that's contact, someone that you can talk to, someone that has the inside knowledge of what do we have. You know, we've got a lot of property around Clinton area that could be used if someone wants to bring in a business or bring in something. We got to have that contact person to tell them what we have. What do we have to offer as far as space and buildings that are empty and things that they could come in immediately and get, or if they need to build, what can we do to help them? Like you said, we don't have a lot of money, but we have always been good about waiving fees as far as tapping fees and helping get water on the property and doing the things that we can as a city with the limited resources. We don't have, like you say, an unlimited pot to go out and give people a lot of incentive money or all these tax breaks. We can't do that. But we do have things that we can do that we would give incentives. And that lead person could be that person that gives them that little push that, hey, here's what you got here. This is an area that is very well located. We got all kinds of access to and from the major cities. So come and look at our little jewel.
According to Weiss, the city council is evaluating the administrator position. He explains for so long, Followell did so many things that were outside the scope of a traditional administrator.
That is what we're doing right now. We have streamlined it. We are starting to narrow it down. And if we have to, it'll even be 2 positions. Tim, born and raised in Clinton, he started in with the cemetery. Got to give him props. The young man worked his way up, came through the ranks. He accepted more and more responsibility. And that was part of all the councils in the past. They should have narrowed him down and not put all that on him. But Tim was the kind of guy that he just put it on his back, carried it, and he just kept morphing and kept getting more and more because he loved Clinton. He loved what he did, and he did a wonderful job of being that liaison. He'd been here his whole life. He knew the people to talk to, and you won't find that in just going out here and looking for someone. That is not there unless you were born and raised here and you actually came through and grew up doing it. That position would never be like his. So that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at getting someone else that has a little more expertise to come in and find that person for us. And if it means having 2 people and kind of changing that, that's what we're looking at now. And we are in the process as we speak.
Weiss told Regional Radio the next 4 years will be his final on the council and hopes to help move the city forward through better promotion. He points to collaboration with the DeWitt County Development Council, as well as finding an administrator to partner in helping the council do that and bring people to the community. A couple of rural DeWitt County roads are receiving improvements this summer, including the much-anticipated Revere Road project. At the Thursday night DeWitt County Board meeting, Jamie Prestegard, Property Committee Chairperson, told Regional Radio, told the board the Revere Road project will utilize federal funds and will extend from the Route 10 intersection to the Business 51 intersection.
Obviously, this involves the Revere Road project. This does involve federal funds. It's placed on a state letting, which means actually that IDOT officially bids and does the awarding of the project. But it's the county's responsibility before that's done to provide this concurrence of award to IDOT before they make it official. The county did receive 3 bids for this first section of Revere Road reconstruction. Received 3 bids. That piece of paper should have been in your packet, but we'll take the lowest bid. That was from Kinney Contractors from Raymond. Their bid was within 2% of the engineer's estimate of the project. Their low bid of $2,168,095.50. That's all I.
So what is the first section that they're going to be working on?
Essentially both ends of Revere Road.
County Highway Engineer Mark Mathon indicates this is a total reconstruction of the road.
At the intersections with Business 51 and then at the north side at the intersection with Route 10 back to the other side of the river.
So then they'll be replacing all that jointed concrete.
Yes, this portion of it, it's replacement of the jointed concrete with concrete pavement again. The following phase will be the remaining portion through the middle, and that'll be removal of the concrete pavement and replacement with the asphalt structure pavement. There were different material design specifications when that was done, and I can see in the middle section of the road how it's starting to look like those ends did 7 years ago or so. So it's all coming.
According to Prestegard, Washington Road in rural DeWitt County will also receive some bridge road work this year.
This pertains to the Washington Road Bridge project. That'll be coming up here in a few months, east of town, Clintonian Township. This resolution appropriates Township Bridge Program funds for that project in the amount of $650,000 from that TBP fund to cover the construction of the bridge.
The board also approved an agreement with Cummins Engineering to cover the services for guardrail improvements in DeWitt County as well. The University of Illinois Extension in Logan, Menard, and Sangamon counties is celebrating a big increase in participation in 4-H this year. Extension Director Terry Miller-Casey indicates they are seeing more kids out this year. She feels it's because in a time when activities for kids are not always what parents are looking for, 4-H continues to be a safe haven for youth.
Oh man, it's been great. Really been great, Seth. We've seen a great increase. I just real quickly, I just pulled up some Sangamon County numbers, but it's been true in all of our counties, Logan and Menard. In Sangamon, we're up 39% for membership, 39% this year. We've got clover buds starting. We have, what is it that she said? 36% of our members are first-year members. So that really shows you that of all of our membership, 36% are new. There's a lot of new folks coming to 4-H, a lot of new members coming, and a 39% overall growth. We are thrilled. And so I've said this before many times on your program, so I apologize to the audience if they're hearing me muse again, but I really feel like this is the time that folks are coming to 4-H. They're looking around, parents and families are looking around, they're saying, we want our kids involved in activities, but we want them to be very meaningful. We want the kids to have an opportunity to learn and to share and to spend time with their peers, but also to develop critical skills that are going to be very necessary in their life as they go forward. Public speaking, we just talked about that. What an important skill that is. I mean, truly an important skill. And leadership skills. So they can be leaders not only at home or at work, but also in their community, and learning to give and give back to their communities. And they're learning to explore their interests of what they might want to do, you know, as they go through to choose a career or a hobby for life.
Miller Casey hopes parents will consider enrolling kids in 4-H. She stresses it is not ever too late to join 4-H, and they will give anyone the chance to watch a club meeting and learn what it's all about. Visit extension.illinois.edu for more on 4-H in your community. Illinois Ag Legislative Day is today, and it's a big day at the state capitol. It draws ag lobbyists and others to the capitol to talk to lawmakers in the spring session. Ag Director Jerry Costello says it's a great day, and what really stands out is the work done by members of the FFA and 4-H who stop by to visit with their local lawmaker.
When those kids come in, and especially when they come in teams, which they often do, 2 to 5, you spend 20-30 minutes with them talking about what their future looks like, what their past experience has been, what the future of agriculture means in the state of Illinois, the economic impact that agriculture has on the state. They are the best ambassadors for agriculture that we have.
Costello had been a state representative prior to serving as director of agriculture. 18 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Wednesday morning. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. A look at local sports comes your way next. Following that, network news on the morning show.
Spring has arrived here at Love It Once More Thrift Store in Clinton, and we're putting out spring clothes. So to celebrate, all women's shirts are 10% off. So come in and spruce up your wardrobe. This is Connie reminding you to check us out on Facebook or DeWittDailyNews.com.
This is Ryan Utterback. Do you know what Utterback Real Estate offers for free? Free hugs? No, free market analysis on your property so you know what it's worth.
I kind of like free hugs.
And that's why you're the other Ryan.
Get your free market analysis by clicking the Utterback Real Estate icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
ServPro of Piatt DeWitt counties, the leader in cleaning, restoration, and construction, is proud to again be the exclusive sponsor of the WHOW Clinton Maroon Player of the Game, announced at the end of every Maroon sports broadcast. Our WHOW announcing staff will select that night's WHOW ServPro of Piatt DeWitt County Clinton Maroon Player of the Game, whose play will be highlighted in each WHOW Maroon post-game broadcast, and that player receives a certificate. Find out the many services provided by ServPro of Piatt DeWitt counties by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
This Thursday is a big day in Clinton and DeWitt County. It's the annual Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce Business Expo from 4 till 7 this afternoon at Clinton Senior High. Celebrate Clinton Association, located in Clinton, is one of their exhibitors at this year's expo, and they want you to stop by to get details on their sponsoring the Clinton Fireworks July 5th, as well as Founders Day August 20th. That's all at the Celebrate Clinton Association booth at this Thursday's Clinton Chamber Business Expo from 4 till 7 at Clinton Senior High.
Farmer Amaranth. 4 counts of yield theft, resistance to groups 2, 4, 9.
You ain't got nothing on me, man.
We've been surveilling you. And now we've got Tough 5 EC, a tank mix partner that'll make sure you and your gang of resistant weeds never see the daylight again.
Crack down on repeat offenders. Add Tough 5 EC to your post-emergence tank mix. Learn more at toughnweeds.com. Always read and follow label directions. Tough is a registered trademark of Belgium Crop Protection.
With SRN Sports, I'm Jim Bartow in the NHL. Philadelphia 3-2 winners over Montreal. The Rangers beat Columbus 6-2. Tampa Bay shut out Carolina 4-0. Nashville 2-1 over Boston. Detroit 7, Pittsburgh 4. An overtime victory for St. Louis over Vancouver 6-5. Dallas beat Chicago 4-1, and Calgary defeated Los Angeles 2-1. Edmonton's top-ranked power play scored 3 goals as the Oilers beat the Vegas Golden Knights 7-4, and San Jose blanks Winnipeg 3-0. In the NBA, Washington defeated Boston 130-111. Toronto over Miami 106-92. Atlanta defeated Cleveland 120-118. Memphis gets past Orlando 113-108. A high-scoring affair, Charlotte defeated Oklahoma City 137-134. Steph Curry had 39 points, and Golden State defeated New Orleans 120-109. This is SRN Sports. LSU coach Kim Mulkey is returning to Texas for another Final Four. The former Baylor coach says some people with ties to her lengthy tenure in Texas will be in the stands when the Tigers play Virginia Tech in the national semifinals Friday night in Dallas. Mulkey is the third coach to lead multiple schools to the Final Four. She made 4 trips with Baylor. It's her first with LSU in her second season. South Carolina coach Dawn Staley returns to the scene of her first national championship 5 years ago. The Gamecocks play Iowa. Some Russian athletes can soon return to international sports, although their status for the Paris Olympics is still up in the air. The International Olympic Committee has recommended that individual athletes from Russia and Belarus should be allowed to return to competition under a neutral status as long as they have no military links. But the IOC held off on deciding whether they can compete at next year's Paris Olympics. This is SRN Sports.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. Free passes and shoddy defense helped Sullivan double up Clinton 8-4 in Central Illinois Conference High School boys baseball action Tuesday afternoon at Clinton High School. Clinton committed 6 errors, and Maroons pitching issued 8 free passes as 6 of Sullivan's 8 runs were earned. Mason Walker led the offense, going 2 for 4. Aiden Mills finished 3 for 5 with a pair of RBIs for Sullivan, while Jake Stewart had a double and finished 2 for 5. The Maroons dropped to 1-1 on the season. Sullivan moves to 3-1. Clinton travels to Shelbyville on Thursday. 3 Mount Pulaski pitchers combined to shut out Illini Central in allowing just 2 hits as the Hilltoppers opened the Tomahawk Conference slate with a 13-0 victory over Illini Central Tuesday from Mount Pulaski High School. Chance Payne and Evan Cooper drove in a pair to pace the Mount Pulaski offense. Jackson Fricky reached base 3 times, all on walks, and scored 3 runs. A.J. Bailey doubled and drove in a pair, finishing 2 for 3 with a pair of runs scored. The Hilltoppers are 2-0 and 1-0 in the Tomahawk. They travel to Okaw Valley this afternoon. Dee-Mack jumped on Blue Ridge early and rolled to a 14-3 win in non-conference high school girls softball action Tuesday afternoon in Mackinac. Carson Steiger led Blue Ridge with 2 hits and 3 at-bats. The Lady Knights fall to 0-4 on the season. They'll travel to Oakwood this afternoon. Illinois State upset 25th ranked Iowa with a key 3-run 8th inning Tuesday at Duffy Bass Field. Connor Olson drove home the eventual winning run in the 8th inning. Junior Luke Chang came home on a pass ball to pad the ISU lead after he drew a bases-loaded walk that tied the game. Illinois State got 3 scoreless innings of relief by Jared Hart against Iowa, which was off to its best start in program history and came in winners of 9 straight. Junior Sean Sinisco fired 5 innings, tying a career high with 9 strikeouts, while junior Elijah Dale threw a scoreless 9th for his 2nd save of the season. Illinois State is scheduled to host Missouri State March 31st and April 1st and 2nd at Duffy Bass Field. Illinois fell to Missouri in a thrilling bragging rights contest at GCS Credit Union Ballpark in Southern Illinois. The Tigers struck first in the ball game, plating 3 runs with 2 outs to go up 3-0. But Illinois would get on the board in the second when Ryan Moorman launched his 4th home run, his 2nd in as many games, to left field to make it 3-1. Missouri pushed a run across in the 4th, but Illinois scored twice in the bottom half of the frame to bring it to 4-3. Moorman would pick up his 2nd RBI with a run-scoring single, and Brody Harding came through with a 2-out single 2 batters later. The Tigers, though, would restore the 3-run lead, plating a run in the bottom of the 5th and 6th innings to make it a 6-3 game. But the Illini rallied again in the bottom of the 6th, scoring twice to make it 6-5. Moorman collected his 3rd RBI of the contest with a sac fly. Cal Hezja followed with an RBI single of his own to bring Illinois within 1. Corey Bunselmeyer was stellar in relief, firing 2 2/3 scoreless frames, allowing just 2 hits. Bunselmeyer whiffed 2 batters and issued 0 walks. The game was set up for a dramatic finish when Danny Dolegale robbed a home run in the 9th to keep the deficit at 1, but Illinois could not score in the bottom of the frame. Brendan Comia's on-base streak ends at 60 games. Mormon led the way for Illinois, going 2 for 3 with a run, a home run, and 3 RBIs. He leads the team with 24 RBIs this season, which is 8th among Big Ten hitters. Illinois is back in action Friday, taking on Michigan in a 3-game set at Illinois Field. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
I'm Len Casper, the voice of the White Sox Radio Network. Follow the Sox across central Illinois on the Big 1520 WHOW.
Sponsored by Kirby Medical Center, Burgess and Klein Insurance, JW Painting, Dupes and Heating and AC, and First Mid, all in Monticello, and ServPro of Piatt DeWitt counties, the leader in cleaning, restoration, and construction.
Do you know what to do when a car is pulled over on the side of the road? First, reduce your speed. Second, change lanes if possible. Third, proceed with caution. These 3 simple steps can be the difference between life and death. The next time you're on the road, do the right thing. Slow down, move over, and drive like your life and their life depends on it. Sponsored by the Illinois Broadcasters Association. Aired in cooperation with this station. Thanks to the AAA Auto Club for their financial support in the airing of this message.
This Thursday is a big day in Clinton and DeWitt County. It's the annual Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce Business Expo from 4 till 7.